Welcome to our Bootcamp 3.0, and as you can see today we are going to learn a little bit more about the graphic user interface and the command line or the command prompts. So most of us are used to these graphics. You see folders here, shortcuts, the text bar and some stuff. But then when computers started, when Windows and other computers started, um, we used to have the command prompt, and the command prompt was all the things you can see. The computer used to be full black and white, just like this one. So this would have been your normal desktop computer back in the 90s and stuff like that. And whatever you want to do on this computer, you had to write the commands yourself. So let's say I want to see the folders on my desktop. Currently, I'm in my local drive C in the folder called users and in the folder called ojam, which is a separate folder I've created for the purpose of this course. And now I want to move into the folder called desktop. So I just have to say maybe change directory to desktop, and I'm now in my desktop. Then if I want to see all the folders and files and shortcuts on my desktop, I say directory, and it gives me a list of the directories on my desktop. So academic files, activities, backup, bootcamp 3.0, IDLE, library, MATLAB. These are folders on my desktop, and it gives me some information about them, the last time it has been changed or edited or something of that sort. So and this is all what you are going to see. And whatever you want to do, let's say I want to create a folder on my desktop called maybe project. So I'll say that make directory, maybe, and the make directory. And since we're already in the desktop folder, when we say make directory, and I call the directory what? Projects. Or let me call it bootcamp project. Bootcamp projects. When I press enter, oh sorry, it's make mkdri, make directory, yes, bootcamp projects. Wow. So as I was saying earlier, so I'm trying to make a new directory. So I was using the wrong command. So instead of mk make directory is rather md. So make directory project, let me call it project. Yes, project. So now when I go back to my desktop, okay, you see that a new folder has been created on the desktop called project, and it wasn't there before. We can create more and more. Now similarly, you can play music, you can do everything from this graphic user from this command prompt interface. Okay, so this is how the computer used to be, and you could see that even I had made some mistakes with the commands. So before then, if you don't really know the commands, you can't really do anything. So on the other hand, let me show you for the graphic user interface. We've seen the command prompt or the shell interface. Now for the graphic user interface, which is what you see here, to create the same folder, what I have to just do is right click on the desktop, then I go to new, and all these things are graphics, and behind these graphics are the code. So instead of typing the code, make directory, change directory, whatever it is, behind these are the code, the pictures and the pop-up menus you see. Once I click on it, it activates a particular code and it creates the folder for me, and I can still call it, maybe let's say bootcamp projects, and I have my folder. So this gives us a feel of how the graphic user interface works and how the command prompt or the command line also works. So you could see that the command line is a little bit technical and the graphic user interface is more friendly. So most laptops and computers and IT devices you see around are usually with a graphic user interface. But on the other hand, this command prompt interface is faster than the graphic user interface. Secondly, too, there are more things you can do with a command prompt than you can do with a graphic interface. For example, let's say I want to see my battery health. So for instance, I can say power configuration, oh sorry, power configuration slash battery reports. I think this should work. Okay, so it's telling me that the battery life report saved to the file path this. So if I copy my file path and I copy and paste it down here and I press enter, it will launch it for me, and this is my battery report. But then if you look closely, so they're saying the battery report is on my desktop. Let me see if there's a battery report on my desktop. Well, I can't see it on my desktop. Okay, they made a copy here for me. Okay, so but then you can't get access to this battery report through the graphic user interface easily. Okay, so there are a lot of files that have been hidden and you can get access to them through the command prompt. So we just want you to know that the command prompt exists and you can use it to run a lot of things. You can even play music from here, run files from here. But in our next video, we are going to show you how to run your Python script from the command prompt, okay? Because it's very important for a programmer to at least be able to write a few codes within the command prompt, okay? And as I mentioned earlier, whatever you see here is the graphic user interface. This is the graphic user interface. Um, Everything you see here is the graphic user interface. They are all graphics. They are graphics that are being displayed to the user, and behind those graphics are computer codes that will be executed once you click on those pictures or or icons or labels or buttons you see. And at the end of this bootcamp, you should be able to create your own graphic user interface for simple applications. So stay with me. We'll be right back. Bye.